This is Zach with Sawyer Lock and Key. I just have this unknown Nake lever entry set, or entry lever that I've never seen one before. There's no names on it. All there is this little J marking there. On the faceplate of the latch, there's nothing. There's no retainer like on a typical lever, so I thought I'd do a video of how to break it down since it took me a minute to figure out. So first things first, we're going to take out that snap ring. Okay, with that snap ring just taken off, we can now get this plate right here off. I have to use both hands, but I'm just gonna work that off with a screwdriver. So let's do that back and forth. Sorry, this is way faster when I have both hands on my camera phone. Anyways, you get the idea. Oh, there we go. Okay, so underneath that, I'll take that off. This stem, I'll just bring that with it, just like that. And then it's got this spring right here, the return spring. Okay. At that point, there's some parts in here, this cast piece, and this is hard. I'm going to tip it up right. Sorry, this is difficult with one hand. So I'm going to take that out. Those grooves or detents or whatever you want to call them, that faces down. And if you look in there, there are two little brass pucks, and those slip right in. They sit, I shouldn't say slip, when the knob is assembled. Not left-handed, sorry. And for reassembly, with that J facing up and the lever to the left, like it is right now, they slip right in those little slots in the handle there. But we're going to dump them out for now. And then you can actually just get that lever out of the sketch on or trim. Okay, at this point, there's this little piece here, and if you note, the hourglass shape matches the shape on the back of the cylinder. You can see there. So sometimes that, or you could flip that accidentally. Let's see. Yeah, you could accidentally flip that. So when you're putting it back in place, just look at the back of the cylinder. We're just gonna dump this out, and we've got a spring. It just sits right behind the cylinder, and then the cylinder comes out. Now this cylinder is a pain. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it on video, but this is press fit in, and there's it's spiked in right there and on the bottom, so you really have to work it out. I found that I could pry out the bottom just enough to get, and then to put this key in the cylinder and turn it, and then use this lip on the back of the Bible. The top here, and then pry up against that with a screwdriver to get it taken apart. So let's go there. Here's what I was trying to show. I was able to pry up that part. I did deform the cap a bit, but I don't know any way to do it without doing that. And now I'm going to put the key in, and I'm going to rotate the cylinder 180 degrees. And then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to pry up right there. And here we are. So there's the cylinder cap removed. Note there is this little cup inside there to keep the boarding hole slot blocked, so you can't reach in there and manipulate that. So be aware of that cup and don't lose it or think it came from somewhere else. So there you are. Now there's just this clip on the cylinder which needs to be removed. C-clip. Once that's removed, then you can rekey it just like any other cylinder. It's a quick set, standard depths so far. We're good. So, yep, standard depths and standard spacing. So, I'll get you back together in just a second. There's just a real quick shot of the cylinder taken out of the plug, or the plug taken out of the cylinder, repinned to the key that we want it to keep to. Here is the plug put back in the cylinder, and just sitting on top, and that's how I'm going to, oh, see, just squeeze that down. It's definitely secure. I might run a file across that just to smooth it out a little bit. That cylinder's back together, and then we're ready to get the whole lever back together. Oh, the clip is already put back in, as you can see there. Okay, so we'll put the cylinder in the lever. Sit and flush down and get in there good. And then we're going to put this guy, the spring, over that. And then this guy, which if you remember, I'm going to look in there and make sure it's oriented the same as the cylinder cap. When it goes back in the escutcheon or rose, or I don't know what to call that. Just like that. Remember the J top, lever to the left, and then we're going to get those little brass things, pucks, drop those in. Get in place. Just like such. I've got this little cast piece. I'll drop that in. It only turns 90 degrees because of those puck things. Make sure that we're oriented and that's in there well. Now, one of the important parts on this spring, I did the wrong the first knob. As you can see, the spring legs are kind of offset to one side of the hack, obviously. You want that to be reaching down in further on this lug. So, when you put it in there, you want that. Otherwise, when the knob is back together, well, I'm going to have to use 2 hands. Give me just a second. Okay, as you can see, they're facing down or oriented down, those legs. When I first put it on the other way, it allowed the spring to slip up over this knob, and then it wasn't obviously returning right. So that's one thing to pay attention to. Now we're just going to put this tail shaft or spindle back in, and then this return spring housing plate cam dealio with its slots. Oh, I'm going to need 2 hands again. Alright, there's that. Push down again. Note that that little arm there goes between the spring legs, stops things. So, and clips back on, and now I'm just going to